Hey everybody, it's Mr. Herm back with another video. Notice these are those guided notes. Those notes are going to be in there for you to print out if you want to follow along. And then the homework is a separate attachment for that. Let's get started with the triangle sum theorem today. So the triangle sum theorem is really a simple concept. I don't actually have a place on it, why I don't have it written on here, but it's okay. We'll just write it up here actually on the top. The triangle sum theorem is simple. All it states is that I should say the sum, so let's fix that, the sum of all three angles of any triangle equals 180 degrees. And there's all kinds of ways to prove that too, but I kind of thought I'd skip that here. You can look that up if you want to see it, though. It's kind of interesting. So we're going to first talk about some basic triangle descriptions. You can describe a triangle based on its angles, and there are different names you can give based on its angles. And the first one says it has three angles less than 90 degrees. Well, if it has three angles less than 90 degrees, that's an acute triangle because it has acute angles. Triangle that has one right angle is, of course, called a right triangle. We've dealt with those with the Pythagorean theorem, of course. You remember that. And then a triangle has one angle that's greater than 90 degrees. It's going to be called obtuse. It cannot have more than one obtuse angle because, of course, that would be 90 degrees for the two, which equals 180. It leaves no degrees left for that third angle, so you can't have that. So let's go up to the next way they can be classified, and that's based on their sides. So their sides are separate. They can be based on their sides having three congruent sides. Three congruent sides makes it equilateral. And again, you might remember some of these from previous years. And then the triangle has at least two congruent sides. And you remember that one? Starts with an I, ends with a isosceles. That's right, isosceles. Very good. Isosceles. And then finally, the last one where it has no congruent sides, that'd be scalene. So we'll do that with our next four examples. We'll classify them after we find the missing angles. And then I think we might do a couple homework problems too, just like we do in class, right? We've done it before. You might remember that. Maybe some of you would actually appreciate that because we do some of the homework problems together. Kind of nice. Kind of gives you a little bit of a reminder how it was in class. We used to do that in class all the time. So let's try this one first. I want you to find P, which is angle P really, but the value P in this one here, and then to classify the type of triangle. So I'll do the work underneath here. If all these three angles combined equal 180, I can just make an equation. So P plus 73 plus 44, equals 180. And there's other ways to do this too, but this is the typical way I do it. Then we're going to add together these values. So 73 plus 44. And you can follow along with your calculators too. And again, these notes are printed. Well, they're printable. If you want to print them, they're attached to the assignment to follow along. And I think I call them class notes or follow along notes or something like that, so you can follow along with them. And then there's also the homework and key. That's a separate attachment for that one there. So this is P plus 117 equals 180. Now to solve this equation for P, we're going to do minus 117 from both sides. Kind of running out of room here, but we can get it in there. So 180 minus 117, that gives us 63. So P equals 63. In this case, it is degrees too, because it's degrees, but it's got the degree there, so we'll leave it. So what kind of triangle is this? Well, let's look at it like this. Let's put this 63 back up here now. We can classify this two ways, remember, by its sides and by its angles. Well, its angles I look at, these are all less than 90. That's going to make it acute. And then they're all different, which makes it scalene. So based on those two, that's an acute scalene triangle. Let's try the next one. This one says C, so we'll say C plus 90 plus 42 equals 180. And then let's combine these 90 plus 42, so it's C plus 132 equals 180. Then subtract 132 from both sides. Again, kind of tighten there again. C equals 180 minus 132 should be 48, I believe. I always want to double check on my calculator because I'm not, in class I make my mistakes. So 48, that's good. That gives me 48. So I'll make that a 48 right there. So now if I look at this one based on its angles, what kind of triangle is it based on its angles? That'd be a right triangle. And then based on its sides, all being different, it's going to be scalene again. You don't need to do this part in the homework, by the way. I just wanted to review it with you so you could learn it and kind of see it a couple times, okay? On the homework, we're just kind of solving for x or c or whatever the variable is. And then we're going to do, I think, 2 more of these. Let's actually, yeah, let's do 2 more. And then we have time to get hopefully a 4th one in, a 5th one in too. So here's another one here. This one wants you to find t. Well, they're the same, aren't they? So that means you take the 62 plus 2t equals 180. I'll subtract 62 from both sides. That gives me 2t equals 118. And then divide by 2. So t equals 59. So these are both 59-degree angles here. So when you ask what kind of triangle that is, again, look at those measurements. They're all less than 90, which makes it acute based on its angles. But they're not all different like the previous 2 examples. 2 of them are the same. That will, of course, make it then isosceles. Okay, let's try this last one on this page, and then we'll go on and do one homework one probably. We'll pick one of the harder ones for you to do. All right, so this next one we have no numbers given, just relationships. So I can see I've got 5x plus 3x, and I've got a 2x there too, right? Plus 2x equals 180. These are all like terms, so I can combine them all. So 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 2 is 10. So 10x equals 180. Then divide by 10, not subtract 10. So divide by 10 on both sides. And x equals 18. Now, it does not want you to, on the homework, to find out what kind of triangle this is, but we're going to do it just for the heck of it here, because we want to classify it. So we'd have to take each of these numbers and multiply them by 18. So 18 times 3 is 54. 18 times 5 is 90. My cat is meowing over there. Sorry, I hope it's not too... Okay, that's enough. Hey, come on. Too noisy. Quiet. And then 2 times 18 is 36. She gets a little noisy sometimes. All right, so we can see that this is a 90-degree or a right triangle based on its angles. And then based on its sides, they're all different, so scaling. All right, now let's pick a tough homework one to do. Yeah, quite a few homework ones here to do. Lots of homework ones. So let's pick a hard one like, say... Well, there's all kind of a mixture here. Let's do number 5. I think 5 is kind of a good one. So check out 5. Let me just put this down here and zoom in on this a little bit. So this is on the first page, I believe. It's number 5. And if you look at number 5, we've got all kinds of things here. We've got a 30-degree angle there. Something being added for this one. And then that one, don't forget that one, it's a 90. So I'm going to say it's going to be 30 plus 90 for this one right here, plus 66 plus x equals 180. Again, the basic same idea, just a little bit longer here. And let's take the 30 and 90. That gives me 120 plus 66 is 186 plus x equals 180. It's kind of weird now because it's going to be negative, and that's okay because it's not a length. Keep that in mind. Minus 186, minus 186. So x equals negative 6. And again, that's based on this number here. So if I really took this angle here, it would be equal to 60. 60 minus 6 or plus negative 6 would be a 60-degree angle. And then 60 plus 30 plus 90 does equal 180. Well, thanks so much for watching. Keep the questions coming. And I'm trying to get your grades in each day, which I've been doing pretty well. So please keep me posted if you got any questions or concerns. You have a great day, and bye-bye.